like a trend, you are a symbol of something no one ever will understand. I wish you could see yourself just like I do. Maybe you would know by now I really like you. I'm not missing you. I'm not full of myself, just like you. I'd rather break my own thread, like a needle I stitch you up, just for you to tear it again. I'm through. I'm not missing you. 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 I wish you could see yourself just like I do. Maybe you would know by now I really like you. I'm not missing you. I'm not full of myself, just like you. I'd rather break my own thread, like a needle I stitch you up, just for you to tear it up again. I'm through. I'm not missing you. I'm not missing you. I'm not missing you. I'm not missing you. I'm not missing you.
What's up, guys? Welcome to today's live class. I'm very excited to be with you guys today. Got a really fun haircut. I'm gonna do it dry because I wanna be able to showcase this haircut pretty quickly. And also, anytime I'm cutting layers, I like to soften the lines cutting dry hair. So that's gonna be a fun tip for you guys today as well. Did I miss it? Kelly, you did not miss it. Welcome to the class. So we're just getting started today. Make sure that you guys are active in the chat. If you're new to the show, you've never seen these live classes before, type new in the chat. If you're an OG like Gladys right here, type OG in the chat. Let us know that you've been watching for a long time, and also please help me out and let everybody know in the chat when they're seeing different things like the scissors, combs, clips. Everything that I use is available on our online store, Shop FSE, or go to freesaloneducation.com. You can find out everything that we have to offer, including our online app, or our mobile app, not our online app, our mobile app, our website, all the free classes that we've done in the past, the shorter videos that we cut from these classes, everything is on there, and including our online store. Also, we are live on MinervaBeauty.com's Facebook as well. So let me just show you guys, I think it's this, nope, this button. So this is our online website. So if you guys go there, you can just click on whatever phone you have. If you have a Google or Apple phone, you just click there. If you want to check out any of the classes, you could type in here. Say you want to learn a bob haircut, type in bob haircut, and it'll pop up all different classes that we've done in the past. These are also a way to just kind of skim through classes that we've done. And then any upcoming classes that we have, you can find them right here and also on our online app. Now, speaking of Minerva Beauty, MinervaBeauty.com has been a supporter of Free Salon Education for a long time. So if you're looking for upgrading your salon furniture, they're the best in the business. They've been, they're local to the US, I guess. So I don't know where you guys are watching from, but we're also live on their Facebook. They're based out of Atlanta, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, Georgia. So you guys can order. They've got the best prices, fast shipping, everything that you could ever want, and super modern, cool looking stuff. And if anything, if you're not ready to purchase salon equipment right at this moment, go follow them on Instagram at Minerva Beauty, because they have a ton of ideas and they're constantly posting what people have done to their salons using their equipment. So it's a good way to get ideas for yourself in making your salon look better. All right, what's up, everybody? Jess is an OG. You got Jennifer in here. Kel here, what's up? Joyce, good to see you. Tiffany, what's up? A lot of familiar faces. Adrian, good to see you. Cheryl is new, welcome. All right, cool. So those of you guys that are new watching this, just be active in the chat, get to know everybody that's in here. A lot of these people come every week. We're live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on our channels. So if you want to know about those classes, again, go to our website. But just get active in the chat. That's the best way to make friends, to grow this community, and that's really what it's all about. So let's get started watching from lockdown 5.0 in Australia. Yeah, unfortunately, Australia is, I think, lockdown, more lockdown. It's crazy that different places in the world, how everybody's reacting, how everybody's got access to things, and everything is just crazy. So be safe, everybody out there, and hopefully we will all be through this soon. Let's see. I think I'm considered an OG. Kel, you're definitely an OG, just so you know. All right, cool. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna pop over to the other camera. We're gonna get started here. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing this on dry hair. So I'm gonna come over. I'm doing a little bit of smoothing. I was doing that prior to you guys jumping on here. So one thing I wanna do is I wanna smooth the hair and prep it. So I usually take diagonal sections, diagonal partings, and my goal with the hair is to make sure that I iron it in the direction or with the face frame, right? So we talk about the perfect haircut for a round face. My goal is to make sure that I don't have too long a layers in the very front of the head. So anytime you have a shorter face, you want to elongate it. The way that you elongate it is having some of those layers, either popping back off the face or coming towards the face. You don't want to have a long one length haircut that's gonna then shorten up this gap between the length and where your jawline is. So really pulling in those layers. All right, so I'll just continue. I'm just gonna go through here real quick. Just some diagonal parting. So let's just say we blow out the hair. I get the hair nice and smooth. The smoother the hair in a dry haircut, the better, because of the fact that as you're working, you want to be able to see how the hair is laying. So if you have curly hair and they're going to wear it curly, then cut it curly. If you have straighter hair and they're going to wear it in more of a straight fashion, then cut it straight. But just give it that little smoothness and bevel to the ends. So last little bit here. And I'm going to do this in as few sections as possible to really simplify everything for you guys. All right. Here. And again, those of you guys that are new, these classes are actually me recording to create a smaller video for YouTube. So if you've never seen our videos on YouTube, then this is a good, you're getting a glimpse into the whole process of filming it. And if you want to see the shorter version, then definitely just check it out on our website or on YouTube. All right, so we get our parting. Now, this could be any style parting that your guest has. So if they come in, they have a slight side parting, you just keep it there. If they have a center parting, you keep it there. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw a circle and really just take out that crown area. So I draw a circle there. And I'm just gonna work my way around the head. Bring all that hair up into my hand and really just having about a 2-inch gap from the front hairline to the circle. I'm gonna twist this up and clip it away. Now there's probably hundreds of different haircuts you could do from this sectioning right here. I'm gonna throw a couple clips in there so that keep this stuff out of the way. So now what I've basically done is I've separated that crown area so I can cut that differently than I cut the interior of the haircut. Let me twist it back in front and we'll go here. Okay. So now that I've got this crown area sectioned away, I'm going to work and pivot around the head shape. Now, if you wanted a fringe or a side fringe or a curtain fringe, however they part it, then obviously I would start right here in the front. If you don't want to really do too much of a fringe, you want more of a face frame, then I'm going to pull everything out this way. So I don't want to do necessarily a fringe on this haircut today. I want to do a little more of a face frame. So see how these pieces kind of come down and get a little bit, they're a little far away from the jawline. So you can see how her face looks a little bit shorter here. If I bring these pieces in, it'll kind of almost attach the jawline to these pieces. So that's my goal there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by working on the weaker side, and then we'll work on the strong side. So let me clip away the strong side here, like that. And we're gonna work over here on the weak side. What I mean by that is this is where there's less hair. This is the part side of the head, so there's less hair here than there is on this side. Okay, turn it. Now there's a couple of things that we can do to cut this face frame. I'm going to show you guys one of the easiest ways. There's also other, techniques that you can do, like the stroking technique. You can come in here and kind of work through it like that. What I'm going to do is I want to show you guys just a slide cutting technique that's really simple. So we'll take a slightly diagonal forward line. I'm going to come to the opposite direction or the opposite side of the chair. I'm going to pull the hair forward like this. I want to get out of the way of my shirt. So I've got this section, I bring it forward like this, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm going to slide, deciding where I want this piece to hit. So if I want it to hit right here at the jaw, then I kind of know right about where I want to start cutting. So here, and then slide cutting, and just working that short to long line. Now I grab more hair, another diagonal forward parting, and I bring that up to the same spot. So working stationary guide here, and just half closing the scissor and sliding my way down. Now let's say you're not comfortable slide cutting, right? Some people are, some people aren't. So what are the other options? Slide cutting takes away from having to elevate because it gives you a softer line and it goes short to long. If you wanted to do a little bit more point cutting, you can see if I elevate to this point here, that's pretty much where that line is. So even if you wanted to clean up your slide cutting a little bit, you could elevate to this point and cut. And that'll give you that same effect. So here, you could either cut here and slide through, which is going to give you that short to long diagonal line, or just lift it up in the air and point cut through it, and that'll soften it for you as well. So there's always multiple options, multiple ways to do things in a haircut. It's also a great way to get that kind of V effect in the haircut, because as I'm bringing this up, we're getting a short to long line in the back because I'm over directing it all forward. There's not much to cut here. Work through it, and there we go. So, what did we do? What effect did we have on the hair? So you can see those little pieces working around the jawline, so right in there. So now, you bring the hair out, you slide cut it. You elevate the hair, you point cut it. One last little thing to help define some of these pieces in the front is to come through here, and now you can half close on the hair just like this and work through it. And that'll just take out some of those gaps, or it'll create a little bit more of a gap that'll help build in more of that face frame and just define some of those pieces. You could even customize having it more on the jawline. Just like that. Okay? So now we're going to move into, so you can see that that takes away that gap and makes her face look a little bit longer. So now we can work on the heavy side. And I want to bring it up, and I want either this to kind of come across and cut up, which will help kind of soften the roundness of someone's face, or you could have it kind of tuck and then just come right around and come in towards the face that way as well. I like to have it come across the face because that's going to allow me to kind of create an angle on a round shape, which will change the appearance of that face shape. So let's go here. I'm gonna back out again. So now I'm gonna stay on this side of the head. I'm gonna work a vertical parting. I'm gonna bring that up over the parting here. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of that hair that we cut previously as a guideline. And I'm gonna pull that new hair over to me. So just bringing it over like this. I can see that guideline through. And I'm gonna come in and cut, point cutting my line, making sure that I'm following the head shape in this cut. That's gonna give me the most seamless layers. If I drop too much, the top portion of this cut is gonna be heavy. I want it to be nice and seamless. So I bring it up, come through, and point cut. Grab another vertical section over top of the parting. I can see my guide. I point cut through. Point cutting softens a line, takes out some weight, allows the hair to fall nice and soft. There we go. And then the last little bit, keep grabbing until we get a little bit past that ear, then we'll probably run out of hair. So bringing it all around and up and over that parting. Yeah, there's barely anything left. So I'll comb it down. And now you're gonna see some of those pieces. Now, it's gonna look a little thick. It doesn't look thick here, but it looks a little thick just because there's so much density. So there's a couple things that you can do. You could slide cut into it a little bit if you want to. I'm going to take out this fringe area here and just slide through and cut into this portion of the haircut. So right here, just gonna do a little slide cutting, iron it a little bit. This is why it's good to have a nice little bevel on the hair, because when you go into slide cut, you want the hair kind of already mimicking that angle. There we go. So now, we're going to slide in, half closing, just removing some of that bulk. Okay, so some of those pieces start to define. And then you've got this fringe that comes over, kind of sits on the opposite side. Nice and soft. Yes, Jess, you could use a TriRazor on that for sure. All right, so now we're going to move into the back of the head. And what I want to do here is again remove some of that weight and layer some of the hair in the back. So I'm going to take a vertical section straight down center back, just like this. And I'm just going to elevate the hair up and then cut into it. So nothing crazy here, but I'm going to start in that center back. Just because even though I want to create a little bit of that V shape in the back, I'm going to stand away from this so you guys can see it better. Even though I want to create some of that V shape in the back, this will remove weight from the heaviest point of that V, which for me makes the most sense. So another vertical parting, pull that to the center. You can see my guide. The other great thing about cutting hair dry is you can really see the ends. Allows you to just determine what you really want to take off. Into the center back here. Cut through it. Same thing, I'm going to go vertical. Beatrice says it would be a great idea to putting a turtleneck shirt on the doll head so that we were able to see the haircut more clearly. Now you guys want the doll to wear a white shirt, jeez. All right, we'll see. See if it's in the budget. All right, up through here. I appreciate the nice comments though, and ideas. Now if you're worried about taking away length on this, just make sure when you take your vertical section and you start to elevate the hair up, just let that bottom kind of fall out, and then that's your length, so you know you're keeping it. You just want to make sure you don't cut that bottom bit, if you want the length. If you want to take away the length, then obviously cut it. And shoulders, yeah, for sure. Are people starting to wear their hair forward again? No, but I'm not cutting it for her to necessarily wear it forward. I don't think people are wearing their hair forward yet again, but the cut part, it'll flow back. So everything I'm doing is cutting it forward. But when you cut something forward, it removes weight from the front and allows the weight to shift to the back. So when you see the end result of this haircut, you're gonna see that this will all come off the face and really open up a round face. I mean, if somebody wanted to wear it forward, they could, but they don't have to. A lot of people don't realize that, like, hair cutting doesn't change much from what was happening 14 years ago. What changed was styling. So when you look at this, the way that we style it, it's still cut the same, but it's styled back off the face. But it doesn't change the way that I think about the cut. That was a good look, though, good comment. So, Roller, you just want this to be a person, a real person. All right, so now I've got this crown area that I took out. Right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this entire crown area over top of the parting to cut it. So let me back here. So I'm going to take this entire crown, bring it over top of the parting. I'm going to grab some of this hair just to give myself a guideline here. I bring it all forward like this. And I'm just going to literally cut, deep point cutting into it. So it'd be another thing that you could If you want to use a TriRazor, which you guys know, I love using that guy. So TriRazor is a 3-sided razor. We're patent pending on this bad boy. It's got 3 different cutting sides, 100% cutting, 50, 25. It's changeable blades, so you can pop the blades in and out, make sure you get fresh blades in it, snap it back together. These are available on our online store, worldwide shipping, $44.95. There's your commercial. So I can bring this up, comb all this towards me. Oh, just got something in my eyeball. Comb this all towards me, just like this. And then I could take this 50 cutting and work through it like that. And then kind of softly cut off cut off the ends through it. So what that's gonna do is give me this really fun kind of pop of layering through the back of the head, and you can see that length in the back that goes into that kind of longer V shape into the back of the head. You get a ton of movement from that. Now, let me show you guys how we style this so it's off of the face. I hate that sound. It's just amplified because there's a microphone right here next to the cutting. But I get it. I don't like that sound either. You could always spray it down with a little bit of conditioner spray or water, H2O, and you wouldn't get that sound. Okay. Jess probably has headphones in. Thanks, Roller, I appreciate that. So I'm plugging in a wand iron. This is Paul Mitchell wand here. And we're gonna give it a little bit of style back off of the face. I'm gonna use a little bit of Worked Up. See if I can get this to focus. So Worked Up, flexible hold styling spray. One of my favorite hairsprays. I'm gonna spray this through the hair. Sorry, I'm just reading all your comments. Thank you, guys. Can you sew that style with bangs? Oh, show the style with bangs. I mean, it's gonna kind of have a bang. So I probably won't cut like a straight bang because I wouldn't do that for this cut in particular. But it does have a side bang, so, and that side bang could transfer into a curtain fringe really easily, so. All right, so we're gonna start off on this weaker side. I already sprayed it with the Worked Up. And what I'm gonna do is I like to flip this wand iron upside down, and then I just grab pieces like this and wrap them around. So aiming the wand down towards the floor. I don't pull all the ends in, and I just let it rest. Grab another piece, work around it. Now, I'm not like the best styler in the world. It's a very pink wand, yes it is. It's not my forte, but it'll look good. So I just continue working, grabbing pieces. I just want a really kind of natural texture to it, and I'm rolling it back off of the face. So here, back off of the face. And I want to do this quickly for you guys so you're not watching this for an hour while I style it up. If you guys have questions, type Q, put in your question. I forgot to say that at the beginning, but that way I can see that it's a question and not just chat. But if you have questions, let me know about anything. I can show you guys other stuff too. I mean, to an extent. I was hoping you would use a round brush, your favorite tool. This is when you know you got OGs in the room. Actually, Brian's gonna be on here live tomorrow morning doing blow dry styling. So he'll be round brushing for you guys. Cutting is your jam. That's right, Tiffany. That is right. So what do you guys think so far? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Twist this off the face here. Thanks, Anna. Appreciate it. Oh man, what a wand. Yeah. Beatrice, thank you so much. Appreciate that. It's a very nice comment. I would ask, why are you so awesome? How do you make curls last if you naturally have silky hair? So that's a tough one, and honestly, my opinion on that is if you were going out for a night or something, then I guess you could go for that. But if you're talking day-to-day life, I think people should embrace the hair that they have. Or you could do like a texture, like Danielle's gonna show a wave set with flexible perm rods on Thursday. Like you could do something like that to create more texture in your hair. But I think embracing the texture that you have, if you have silky fine hair, you could get a little bit more of a layered cut and maybe use products to help emphasize some texture, but don't try to make it wavy if it's just not. First off, you're gonna damage your hair because it's gonna be too much hot tool action. But if you're going out like for the weekend or whatever, then these kind of sets are good. You just gotta base it with products. So like use a product that heat protectant, use a foam to style it, to start to blow it dry. Maybe even something that my wife likes to do, like she'll braid her hair at night, which I've noticed her doing lately. She's very, we were in Rhode Island this weekend for our son's tournament. And it was funny because it's not funny, she forgot her wand, which she usually styled her hair with a wand. So she put her hair into 2 braids. I did not do it for her, no. And slept with them like that. And then she woke up in the morning and her hair looked exactly like it does when she uses the wand. But what would be kind of cool is if you had fine hair, maybe that's an option for you to where you could braid it, let it dry that way, and then maybe hit it with a wand after that because you've already kind of put in that texture and let it form and let the bonds build that way. And then use the wand to kind of define it maybe a little bit more. But that might be an option, especially for like a weekend kind of look. That's great. How can I find a hairdresser that's good? Into the garden, that's a great question. If you go to stylistlocator.com, you can look through stylists that are on our app. That's always a good way to start. Put in your zip code and it'll pull up stylist profiles from our app and you can contact them right through the website. Other than that, I think Instagram is a good spot to look. Pretty much any of your local salons are gonna have an Instagram, so you can kind of figure out what the stylist's work looks like. Go to their page and maybe just look through and make sure their style fits your style, what you like. I think that's kind of key there. The braids work well for me, then I go through and recurl in the morning. Top of the braid, my hair hates to stay curled. Good mousse with braids, then it's a light setting spray. I think I understand that. I'm hoping that it's working. That's working for you. I can't see why it wouldn't. You're setting the hair. It's better than blow drying it than trying to, like what a lot of people do is they'll round brush their hair, which is smoothing it out, and then they go in and they try to curl it, and you've already smoothed it out, so it's kind of hard for that to stay. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna flip her hair back, her head back. This color is gonna look good. Brian did an awesome job on this color. This was one of our recent classes. I'm gonna go back in with Worked Up again. And just kind of scrunch up, loosen up some of those curls, get the hair working off of the face. That looked violent. You know me. Be like Matt from Freestyle Education gets arrested for treating a mannequin poorly. That would be 100% what would happen to me. All right. So Jess, I don't know if we're gonna do Zoom or not. The turnout on the Zooms hasn't been the greatest, so I think I'm gonna have hello? There we go, back. That was weird. Okay. This is gonna take a little bit for you guys to realize I'm back on, but. So there we go. Sweet little style. Let me give it a little turn so you guys can see everything. See all the layers that pop through it. Super cool, right off to the face. Now, obviously side parting, not as popular, but this could definitely be a center parting. I do everything the same, cut it right in the center. This mannequin already had a side parting kind of living there, so I didn't want to try to fight it, but there we go. Oh, so it went out when I was answering Jess's question. So Jess, let me go over here. There we go. So Jess, so we're not doing the Zooms for now. I think that's gonna be a summer thing. We're gonna see how it goes, but we're gonna do YouTube Lives with Danielle and Brian because the turnout for the Zooms has been small, which is fine, but we just get more people on these, it's a more fun experience to do a class, even though it's super fun talking to you guys, and we appreciate you being on there live every week, but it just makes more sense to do it on YouTube for right now. So we're gonna do YouTube Lives, same time with them, 10 a.m. on Wednesdays and Thursdays. For the summer, definitely, and then we're gonna figure out, maybe we'll do special live Zoom classes less often, so then that way the hype is a little bit bigger and we get more of a turnout in the room. there head sheets for this cut? I want to do this on my mom. So, great question. There's no head sheets, but I will be making a smaller version of this cut. It's probably like 10 minutes long that will be coming out soon. Probably within a week, it'll be back out. Sweet. Awesome. Very cool. Let me give it another spin for you guys so you can see it up close. There we go. So you can see all those layers that pop through. The little fringe that we created. Super cool, fun cut. Michelle, thanks so much. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. Do we have anybody else? Anything else you guys want to talk about before we go? Thank you, Jennifer. I'm sharing this with my stylist, but I hope she can add curtain bangs. She can add curtain bangs for sure. So just tell your stylist when they see this cut, and hopefully they'll just watch this part of it. But if you want a curtain bang, it's exactly the same. The biggest difference is you just start in the center. You would cut one side, cut the other side, identical. So everything would just come up to the center and you cut it, and then it falls and gets longer towards the back. I hope Brian is sad. I like Zoom classes. I felt like a cool kid. You are a cool kid, Jess, but you don't need the Zoom classes to be a cool kid. It's not how it works. Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, cool. Thank you for sharing, Roller. You're the best. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being part of all these classes. I definitely would encourage you guys to go to freesaloneducation.com, check out all the online classes that we have and also the videos. You can figure out any haircut you ever want to learn. If you want to learn a curtain bang, it's on there. If you want to learn long bob, if you want to learn highlighting, balayage, foliage, natural hair, curly, straight, everything. Everything is on our online app, FSE Now. So go to freesaloneducation.com, you can download it. Appreciate you guys. I'll be back here live on Tuesday next week. Just put out a new video on YouTube this morning, so go check that out. And that's pretty much it. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys at the next class. Thanks.
Crazy like no one else. The final moment for our lose.